For a long time after losing Mr. C, I stopped hosting. Holidays, Sunday dinners, and family gatherings that once brought us so much joy felt too painful without him. I struggle with survivor's guilt. I wonder, how can I celebrate life's milestones when he is no longer here? Then my daughter-in-law asked if she could have my grandson's graduation party at my house before he left for the Navy. Without hesitation, I said yes. And as I prepared my home to welcome people I didn't even know, I realized this isn't just about hosting a graduation party. It's about saying yes to life again. It's about honoring my grandson as he begins a new chapter. And it's about discovering that the love I spent more than 35 years pouring into my husband didn't disappear when he did. It has simply found a new place to go. This is how I keep track of what the recipes are for any big event. I tape all of my recipes up on the cabinets. I do this at Christmas, I do this at Thanksgiving, and I'm doing it for the grad party. And once I am through with a recipe, I just take it off of the cabinet and then I put it back into my recipe book. I have this binder that I keep all of my recipes in. That way the recipes stay neat and I don't get food all over them or any kind of ingredients as I'm cooking. That's why I would rather just leave the recipes up on the cabinets instead of having them on the counter, because that's a surefire way to get food all over them.
Good, Hankers? Does it smell good?
It's gonna be real good, baby. It's gonna be real good. Let's move it, kind of center it over a little bit. I started planning about a month in advance for this party, and during the final week, my sons and I worked very hard to get everything ready. There was yard work to finish, deep cleaning to do, food to prepare, tables and chairs to set up, and all the little details that go into making people feel welcomed and loved. The day before the party, my son helped me put together many of the decorations so I wouldn't have as much to do on the day of the celebration. We also set up the buffet using a simple tablecloth and a few boxes underneath to create different heights. It turned out so beautiful. Ironically, I was so anxious the day of the party that I completely forgot to film the finished buffet and all the delicious desserts my youngest son made for the celebration. A couple of hours before everyone arrived, I thought I was having a panic attack. My daughter-in-law could tell I was overwhelmed, and she helped me calm down. That meant more to me than she'll probably ever know. Once everyone started arriving and introductions were made, something unexpected happened. We all relaxed. The funny thing is, they were just as nervous as I was. Oh, yesterday was such a full day. I went to bed late for me, which is 10 o'clock. But I wanted to go ahead and get all of the tablecloths ironed, get all of my chargers on the table. And this morning I have been trying to fiddle around with some centerpieces. I didn't want to do flowers, so I thought, let me try some of these balloons. I kind of twisted them together after I blew them up, and then I had these cute little diplomas and hats. I think that's cute. And this was just some fringe that came with some other decorations. I thought, let me use this as a table runner. And for the end tables, I'm going to do some taller ones. I have these poles and they go into some stands. I didn't like the color of the stands, they were white. So last night, around 9 o'clock at night, I went outside and sprayed them black. I'm just putting on the last coat, letting them dry, and then we'll create that. But I think it's going to be nice. I honestly don't even know what his school colors are. I have no idea, but I'm thinking blue, gold, silver. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with that. So as I'm getting ready to go get dressed for the day, I thought this needs some height to it. And I remembered I have these spike balloons. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to go with. And then when my daughter-in-law and granddaughters come over, they can help me set up the rest. Oh, I love that. And very cheap. Just some balloons, the little accoutrements to put on it, and you have a really cool centerpiece. My brain will not stop working. I can't even go get dressed just yet because I redid the whole thing. I took off a lot of the little hats and the diplomas, just left the two on here, and I popped quite a few, getting some of them off. I had to remove those. But, all right, I think this is the final look. No, this is the final look. We're not going to do anything else. Then I'll create more to go on the table when everyone gets here to help me. But, all right, we are going to stick with this. Yeah, I think it looks really cute. And one of the balloons I popped had the confetti in it. So I'm going to have to sweep the floor. But I thought, I'm not even going to try to get it off the table. It just adds a little bit of festive flair. No one will know it wasn't intentional. My daughter-in-law and granddaughters will be here in about an hour. We're going to restock the coffee bar. I have my beverage fridge. I've got some drinks in there that are pretty cold. I need to put a few more. Now, I went overboard buying the drinks because some of these people I've never met, so I don't know what people like. I know what my family likes when they come over, but I think I have all my bases covered. I've got diet, I've got regular, I've got tea, I've got water. So I think we have everything that someone could possibly want. And then I'm going to fill up my little carafe. We're going to just set this up so when we get ready to have dessert, I'll turn it on in case somebody wants some coffee. I have the Cuisinart single brew system. I love it. I've had it for years. I'm going to give it to my youngest son. He's moving to Connecticut. This is going to serve him a lot better than me because I do want to get a larger coffee maker with a carafe because I find lately I drink more than 1 cup. So the Cuisinart I use quite often. But we're going to get all this set up, get it clean, because I have a checklist. Thankfully, they're coming over hours before the party begins, so I don't feel like I'm doing a lot of this by myself and rushing, so that makes me feel really good. We're thinking there's going to be a few extra people, so my daughter-in-law and I separated the round tables. And I did these really cute centerpieces, just with balloons, nothing fancy. And then a couple for the table, the big table, and the other round table. So now we are just getting all the food put into the buffet. And hopefully everything will go off without a hitch. Fingers crossed. Not having Mr. C by my side during the party felt incredibly strange. And if I'm being honest, there were moments all I wanted to do was cry. But then I had to take a step back and remember this day wasn't about me. It was about my grandson. It was about celebrating the incredible young man he has become and the exciting new chapter he's about to begin. Keeping my focus on him helped me tremendously. Throughout the day, he kept thanking me and telling me how much he appreciated everything. Those simple words meant more than he could ever know. Healing doesn't always feel like progress when you're living through it. But as I reflect on this journey, I realize just how far I've come. A year ago, I couldn't imagine hosting a gathering like this. A year ago, I was trying to survive each day. But healing has a way of happening in small steps. One dinner, one conversation, one invitation, one gathering at a time. And while it still hurts tremendously that Mr. C isn't standing beside me when I host these celebrations, I've come to understand something important. There are still people in my life who need me to show up. I can't keep myself hidden away because he's gone. I can't stop celebrating life's milestones because he's not here to celebrate them with me. And I know that's not what he would have wanted for me either. In many ways, hosting has become part of my healing. It's allowed me to take the love I still have for Mr. C and pour it into the people who are still here, into my children, my grandchildren, my family, my friends, because the love didn't disappear when he did. Love doesn't work that way. It simply found a new place to go. And for that, I'm grateful.